Here we go again. Good to see you. Yet another video in the MDF to Marquetry or MDF Marquetry coffee table video series. I'm not quite sure which one this is or numbered just yet, but they're all following in concession, as you might say. So where am I up to? You've probably seen me in my last video where I actually used my template to actually machine the MDF that it was connected to, machine that off and make it really nice and tidy and well trimmed up by using my copy cutter. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm doing, and you can see that they're lining up pretty good. It's pretty good, that is. I'm very happy with that. So I could just glue them like that together. It's possible, but it's sometimes when you're doing that, you've got to get special like location jigs when you're doing this, so that everything locates again. Otherwise there can be a slight misstep or slight misalignment, and you really don't want that happening. Okay, and you might say, oh, I can do that, you know, glue it and pin it, you know, but what you're concerned with is the fact that the PVA, the wood glue, can sometimes creep and it can move slightly. So I don't want to take that risk. I'm going to do it another way. So I've done my template. I've got my copies now. Now I'm doing 5 copies. What I'm going to do is very simple. I've got my new master copy, and what I'm doing is I'm going to stick in between the middle some multiplex, some free multiply. Okay. The reason is that when MDF is like used in components like this, I mean it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong stuff. Okay. But if you overexert too much energy into that, let's say you knock into it or too much weight goes onto it, what happens is that the fibers that are all sort of interconnected, they'll just fracture. They'll just fracture out. And that's, once that's done, that's gone. But if you put something that's like ply that's in between the middle, it acts like a suspension. It absorbs the energy that is, let's say, overexerted into that. So it means that there's a little bit of movement inside, just enough for it to escape a fracture or a snapping. And that's why I'm putting multiplex in between the middle to counteract any sort of future knocks and bangs that these legs might come into contact with. Yeah. So to do that, what I'm doing is I'm getting my original copy, the one that's nice and tidy, nice and squeaky clean, putting on my multiplex. I'm then clamping it in a special sort of jig, which is like allows me to get clamps all around, clamping it together. When it's done, I'm bringing it out, and then I'm going to use my rough, oversawn, oversized leg, and then I'm going to connect that back to the other one. That will then get glued, and when it comes out, I take this and I take it to the copy cutter, and instead of using like the template, I use the one that was previously made, which was previously machined to perfection, and I use that as the new template. So what it means is it's all oversized. That will then project on to the oversized piece, router it back to perfection. I don't have to align it. I don't have to, you know, spend lots of time trying to get it perfect because it's oversized. So I'm using the leg that's been machined to help me machine the next part of the other half. And then with that, I'll have like one leg that is perfect. And from then I'm going to be able to go to the next stage, and that is when I'll be doing the veneering and the marquetry and the parquetry. But I won't have any steps. I won't have any gaps. It will all be nice and tidy. It'll be all perfect and pristine. And that's the sort of environment, that's the sort of thing that I want when I'm going to be applying my marquetry. Okay. So the next process for me is to get on with this and start doing some more copy cutting once I've gone through the gluing process of these legs. And hopefully that video should be following this one right now.